Jermaine Kelly, Lando Savage are both joining us, guys. If you got questions, you got comments, post them below. We will ask them during this little broadcast. But first, to just kind of get things kicked off, what have you guys been up to the last few months? I know everyone's been kind of shut down. No shows happening, no tours happening. What have you guys been doing?
Do you want to go first, or I'll go and then you interrupt me?
I'll go. You interrupt me.
All right, go ahead.
I think the show's cut out. It was all
right. So COVID happened, right? And everybody shut down. First 2 weeks of COVID was crazy, and then we kind of flipped the energy where it was all right, this is actually a golden opportunity since we were booked up till August practically, but now we got to have way more time to just work on an album and then other singles we can drop so that we can learn how to market and learn all the basically behind the scenes stuff that besides as musicians we have to do, since we're in the indie struggle. Pardon us. We're in the indie struggle as most indie people are, so we're doing everything by ourselves most of the time. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Big Cat Phoenix and our manager Tristan Smith. Wouldn't be here without you guys. But yeah, we've been just trying to grow behind the scenes. Even if the sun's not out, we can.
It's one of those things you gotta take advantage of it rather than see it as a downfall. Because like you said, at first we're just okay, cool, we're booked with people who are around here, not around here, people here what we can do, and then all of a sudden and then you're all right, yes, take us. Now people sitting and listening, and
right, that's true. It gives us more time for people to listen to our stuff instead of just scroll on by. So
I personally love live shows. I don't know. It's an opportunity, man. The craft is kind of losing it, and it's kind of an opportunity to bring it back and step up the game. I don't know. I know myself, and I hate seeing people just up there, just not rocking it, and that's your opportunity to be that, and it's just big, but.
I hear that. I hear that. I remember when this whole thing first started, and we all thought it was gonna be over in a couple weeks. We're okay, no March shows, maybe no early April shows, no big deal. We'll see everyone in May and April. We'll see everyone in May and June. It's okay, July 7th, nothing except from
you know how many concerts I planned on attending.
Yeah. Dude, I was gonna go to so many shows. I had it all kind of lined up, and then it's nope. And when it's going to come back, just no idea. No idea. I mean, I think we're starting to see some more outdoor shows happening. Those are stuff. Mm-hmm. Those are possible, but that's about it.
Yeah. Outdoor, social distance, seated shows.
I hate. If social distance doesn't become a band, then someone is just missing a major opportunity.
Oh yeah, we should know.
Yeah, man. All right, fine. New band name. If if we want to do country songs, we're gonna be Social Distance 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Nice. Or Cover Your Mouth. One or the other.
That's so dope, right? That's so dope.
There's so many opportunities,
Oh, yeah. Now, you know, be a good band name? 2020, straight up. They're just they came to shut stuff down.
Then we start playing death metal.
Oh, there we go. Change things up completely. I would love to see you guys do a death metal project.
Oh, man.
Don't tempt me, man.
Right?
I'm with it. It's just, he has the voice. I'm scared I'm going to strain my voice. Jermaine definitely can shred the guitar, and also vocally, I think he can match that.
Our whole circle knows that I would probably do it, and without their consent. In fact, it's probably already recorded.
All right.
Oh man, dude,
it's in the vault. It's in the vault.
All right, man. Someday I want to hear your death metal scream. Okay.
I'll keep working on it, bro. I think I'm kidding, but I'll be in the car by myself and practice every day, and to no avail.
I want to hear it someday, man. I want to hear the death metal project, dude. I'm a huge metalhead, dude. Okay, this is right up my alley.
We'll talk. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys mentioned that this has been a time for growth. This has been a time for, take advantage of it and using it. How have you kind of like utilized the time? What have you been like growing exactly?
So like basically learning how different ways to like market our stuff. In terms of like Facebook or Instagram, but then also like playlisting we've been learning about too. And then what is the thing? Sponsorship deck, stuff like that, where like, instead of like if you're signed and people make money on you without you knowing, we kind of want to like any revenue stream that is out there, we kind of want to streamline it just to ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So stuff like that.
We definitely have time to do that. You know what I mean? Like little like we really are willing to try like whatever it takes. If it's like we can plan it out and it's like we know we're gonna get like some type of result. And being the indie idea, like you have to do this by yourself. You just don't know that many people all the time. Like you get in contact with all the connections you can. Like it is a grind, but that's the learning curve, which is like it's part of the game, I guess. But
I hear
also like also like we're learning like in terms of like recording and making music and everything. We kind of learn what we can and can't do, like what want to do, like learn stuff on like what we're making, like this might work, this might not. It's just again, it's time to like constantly be doing stuff, and it helps.
I hear that. Yeah, I mean, like marketing is, I think, the hardest thing for any artist to do. To like promote yourself and to like, okay, how do I like contact the media? How do I do my social media game? How do I get those followers and those likes and those everythings? It's like the trickiest part to do.
Oh yeah, and like that's a lot of it now. Costs like is capital involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to hire someone, you got to pay them.
Oh yeah. What was I gonna say?
Merch.
Yeah, that's coming up. We're getting hats, so get a hat.
You're getting hats? Oh my god!
Yeah.
Yes, I want a hat. I want to get a hat.
Cool. It's a cool logo. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a very cool logo, actually. One of the things when I first got your email, I was like, how do I pronounce this? I mean, like what does it mean? And then I finally found, I was like, okay, there we go. That makes sense. I dig that. The clever abbreviation. Sorry?
Yeah, I said in our freestyle once, we were like just hanging out, and I had these two kittens with us, and it was the cutest thing. And then I was just rapping off the top, and I said, "We are level third. You ain't never heard," with an implicit of a sound in a crew like this, but I never finished that line. And then we just shouted around like, "Yo, what do we call ourselves? Like, what are we doing?" And then I just listened, and I'm like, "I'm an idiot. Like, we named ourselves like last week. Like, what are we talking about?" Yeah, it's pretty cool.
The best band names come out of like absolutely nowhere, or either that, or like an hour before the show.
Yeah,
wow. Yeah. That's very true.
We were in a high school band called Dork, and that's exactly what happened.
Really?
Although it was like a joke. It was like, oh, I made this like Death of Regicidal Kings because we're like, well, yeah, we're huge NERD fans, and I thought that'd be cute if like we did DORK instead of NERD. But I'm like. So I made up an acronym for it, and then I think it was for the Haiti relief show when the earthquake happened. Mm-hmm. And they asked us what our name was, and we just kind of looked, and we were like, "Dork." And they were like, "Okay, here comes Dork." And
then I knew I would always sweat when I had to tell somebody what our name was because they probably thought it was stupid, and I was like, "Nope." The band makes the name. The band makes the name.
Exactly. It's like sometimes it's like, okay, guys, we gotta make a flyer for this thing. We need a name. What do we got? And it's like, I don't know. but you get a flyer. You got to have a flyer for the show. So what's the name? And it's always like, okay, just like random words out of the dictionary or something like that.
Pillow talk. Yes.
Beak.
Unexpected genius. Just whatever you want to blurt out, basically, that can be your band name.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And we're gonna see so many like so many pandemic albums come out after this is all over because some people are just doing that. They're at home, they're writing, they're making music because they can do it basically all on their own. So you're gonna see so many like albums come out after this is all over.
Yeah,
I'm excited, man.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of cool too because it kind of like in this day and age, like everyone has access to like technology and stuff. So I'm low key super grateful that like it's not like, oh, they're better than us or we're better than them, but it's like you want to be as the best you can be, and you see others kind of like growing, so you know like, oh, okay, they're doing this. This sounds good. Like, and you just keep, and then just like everybody grows. So it's like it's kind of like if everyone is a scientist, probably all the world's problems would be solved. Instead, we're all going to be SoundCloud rappers. Let's see how many problems will solve there. But like, you know what I mean? If we're all like musicians, so good music's going to come out.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like that idea though. Like, I'm naturally a competitor, and I sometimes hate myself for it because of stuff like that. It's like, it's
healthy, I'd say.
It's like, maybe it's a sports thing. When I grew up playing sports, it's just like, oh, he's doing well. Well, then I gotta do well too. But then you snap into music and you're like, oh wait, it's not how it's supposed to be. But
I'm
excited.
Yeah, man.
I've been obsessed with this "Bring Me the Horizon" song, "Parasite Eve." It's about the pandemic, man. I just every day
lost him.
Yeah, man.
On.
Now, do you guys like record like all your own music? Are you able to like produce and master all? Really? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it helps, man.
Yeah. A lot of sweaty hours, man. Literally, I spent like 5 hours trying to figure out one note in a harmony, and I'm like, I can't, like, you isolate the vocals? Yeah, it sounds fine. Okay. Isolate something else? That's fine too. Put it all back together? No, something's off. It took like 3 hours. I took a nap, woke up. You ever play a video game and the boss is just kicking your butt, and then you go away from it for a second, you come back, and you score the lucky punch? That's literally what it was. And it was completely gratifying. I was like, yeah, I'd do it again.
Even though, like, don't touch anything and then just save.
Yeah.
Save.
It's fun.
Oh, that's kind of like my world, actually, where like I'll be like going over the recording and saying, okay, take this one little tiny thing. No, now it sounds all fucked up. Okay, put it back in there. Still doesn't like it. Back and forth, and finally, like you said, save. It's like, okay, don't breathe. Let it save.
Exactly. Because like the heat from like your body will just like inch something away that I wouldn't want it to.
Or like you'll like accidentally like unplug the laptop. It's like, no, as it runs out of power, you start all over again. I've done that before. It's happened. It sucks.
Yeah, I did it to my cousin once. I was like, hey man, your laptop sounds loud, and he had like his flash drive or his like terabyte hooked up, and I lifted it up and the cable came loose and like everything was like gone, and I was like, here's my MacBook.
Sorry.
Yeah, man. But he saved everything. Everything was fine.
That's cool, man.
The thing when it comes to like mixing your stuff, I mean, you should know, like, it's you can outsource it, right? But like, it'll come back and it's not like how you intended for it to sound. So like, it's just like, do I really want to do that again? No one ever like hears it how you hear it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll bounce it off him. Sometimes I'll mix it a certain way and like send it to him for him to hear. He's like, you know what? That's not it. You know what I mean? So like, you can imagine trying to get somebody else who doesn't even have that vision to try and do it. So when they send it back, it's just like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. So you really got to learn a lot. You research and you dig and dig and dig until like you figure out how to get this stuff to sound exactly how you want it. Mm-hmm. And like, that's like half the reason why we do it like the way we do it.
Yeah. Now, did it take you guys a while to kind of learn how to like master this stuff, how to like produce everything?
Well, okay. So when we started making stuff, it was at a boy Big Cat's house, and we kind of all learned it together. But it was all at Big Cat's house, so he learned quicker than us, obviously. And we take tips and stuff. Like sometimes we record some individually, and we ask him like, so how do you do this? How do you do that? And so then he just teach us, and then like it was just build on that, and you all of a sudden you see yourself doing stuff automatically, and then like you figure stuff out, and then
also trial and error, straight up.
So much.
Okay, what does this do? Like just kind of reading, Googling, you know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, how do I sound like this? What's pitch bend? What's, you know what I mean? All that stuff.
Like sometimes like so if you heard like all of our earlier stuff, like we'll listen to it now and be like, oh, maybe we shouldn't. you gotta fix this. Right. But we like it. We like to show the growth,
Mm-hmm. Where would you say you guys have grown the most? Either like the music or the writing.
I think just like it's like water, like just everything as time goes up, like we all just like level up and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the more you do it, the more confident you are until like you realize one day, oh, I am not where I work. I am an artist. Like, you know what I mean? You become the artist first instead of like kind of hiding. And then like once you feel that confidence, like, obviously, well, me, I check my ego every day. So I'm like, but like, I'm good enough to say like, no, I can sing, you know what I mean? A little bit instead of just being like, yeah, if you want to listen to something here, please, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. So like, you know what I mean? It's just everything grow like we grow with everything. And it's pretty awesome to like, yeah, I love our old stuff. I wish we made it now. But like at the same time, it's like you can plot our rise a little bit. And it's like cool to like check in. You know what I mean? Like I can go back and say, like, I saw what I heard, and we did a good job for what we knew. You know what I mean?
Correct. It's not like we made what we made back then, knowing what we know today. That would just be like, this wouldn't make any sense. And like, I don't know. In terms of growing as like an artist, it's like if you knew this, professors actually don't stop researching just because they got their professor job. Part of the job to keep researching, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like with like the like obsession of music and like the love for it, you're always trying to find new ways, not just to make it sound better, but to like learn in terms of theory, how you make your voice sound better, like all this. And so like in that like keeps you rising as an artist, and you never stop that, that's so important. Like I don't like people who can kind of just don't treat it like a craft. My friends this all the time. Like they hit something, have some success, and then like they don't get any better. Or I don't want to say better or worse because that's like objective, but like subjective.
No, yeah, it is. But I understand that.
Like if you don't treat it as a craft, you'll never get better at it. Like until like then they make it, and the next song like
it sounds the same.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, they have not grown, and then you end up that ends up what you think is, oh, if it's broken, don't fix it. But like it's not that it's not broken. You have to build constantly. You know what I mean? So
exactly. Like you got to keep trying like new things and learning new things. Otherwise, you just kind of stagnate if you keep doing it the same way forever.
Mm-hmm. Which I think is hilarious for us.
Sorry?
Because I think that's funny to us because we just keep, like, we genre hop. We just do what we want, so to speak. So it's like, whatever we're in the mood for. Hey, we want to do that?
Yeah, I mean, like,
we want to do metal, we'll do metal. Like,
we made some stuff, like, individually on, like, our one, like, hub in which, like, we know it's not us. You know what I mean? Like, that's not going out at all because it just doesn't, like, that's not it. But maybe we'll dive into it, but who knows, man.
Dude, I'm just saying, a metal album, you do pretty good at that. You would do pretty good at that. You really would.
Do you play anything?
I don't, but I listen to basically everything.
I'm with it. I'm with it all the time. Like, I don't know about you, but all my friends don't want to give me control of any type of music. Because they know something's coming. Like I like it. It'd be mellow, but they'll be like, Jermaine, what is this, bro? And then just not. They don't vibe with it. Like I do. It's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way because I'll be like, hey guys, check out the Japanese death metal band. And they'll be like, what is this, dude? Or I'll be like, hey, check out this like this hip hop guy who does everything with banjos and mandolins and this and that. So I'm always the guy to pick like the weird music by everyone else's definition.
Yeah, I mean,
hey man,
I love that.
Nothing bad about an eclectic taste, man. I want to hear that mandolin banjo rapper, man. That sounds fire.
I will send you links, okay? He is absolutely amazing. Please. I'm always the guy to go to when someone says, hey, I want to hear something kind of different. It's like, hold my beer. I got you covered.
Hold my beer.
I'm just like, bro, I got you.
Yeah.
And they send them something, they're like, dude, what the hell's wrong with you? Yeah, but
that's like cool. That's cool about like in terms of taste. Like I lean kind of one way, Jermaine will lean another way, but like we meet up. But like both of our tastes are like so eclectic. You know what I mean? Like, or I don't say eclectic. They're just so wide range. So like, it's like
you'll hear that we have a new song coming out. You'll hear the total like both like. You know, like we really want to express what we both do like best. You know what I mean? And that's what we tried. That's what we did with Soul Baby. I mean, we did that with all of our songs. Like this one's like really just
high potency level third.
yeah.
I like that, man. Now, speaking of new music, a little while back you released your new single "Milkshake," and there's also a music video for that. Was that like the last thing you released before everything just kind of went, down the crapper?
Actually, we release it during it.
We released it right as like it was like started.
Oh,
filmed the video and everything like a good couple of weeks before it started.
Good timing.
Yeah,
great timing.
Pre-corona,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Now you mentioned that you had a bunch of shows lined up, and obviously those are all canceled. Do you guys book everything yourself?
Basically, yeah. I mean, Tristan Smith. Shout out to Tristan, our manager.
Yes, Tristan, amazing.
We didn't do it. He booked it. We show up,
man.
But he
works.
He works very hard. He keeps us in check, and we appreciate him very much. So shout out to Tristan.
Mm-hmm. Do you mostly play around the Boston area?
Yeah, mostly. Yeah. So far, we've gotten invited to New Hampshire shows, but after Rona happened, so it was like. But yeah, I mean, it was those gigs, and then at least I figured we'd start, hopping around the East Coast. That was kind of the goal, but now everything's pushed back.
Yeah,
I'm going to turn 26. I'm going to turn 26 again next year because this year was
it doesn't count.
Just
we all know this. We all know
just mulligan. Just go again.
2020, the year of the mulligan.
Yeah, literally. That sounds like a good band name or an album name. So yeah, I mean, 2020 album called Year of the Mulligan. Yep.
Oh man, best Boston venue.
I mean, that's
there's tiers to this. All right, so are we talking
for us or our goals or what's up?
Let's start with just to go to shows. Yeah, to experience shows at.
Yeah, I think House of Blues got that.
I would see. We were talking the House of Blues is up there. It's probably because it's not too big when you're kind of it's too aired out, but it's not too small that you're always all over each other. It's right in that. So if you have somebody who's killing it and the pit area is bumping, you get the most out of that. But it's not it's too crammed. I don't know. I think it sounds perfect and everything, man.
Oh. Yeah, I'd say House of Blues for me, man.
Nice.
I mean, literally the same. I'm not a crowd person. Which just kind of stinks. I want to enjoy the show, and I do, but half of me is studying while I'm there. You know what I mean? So okay, I'll sit up top on the side, try not to get noticed anyways. And then learn, but I love Paradise Rock Club. Cause that it feels like everyone's in the front row. We did the Middle East downstairs. Another one feels like everyone's in the front. It feels like everything is so like condensed, and you just get like you are a part of the crowd at that point, and it's just an amazing energy.
Like I'm the opposite, obviously. Like I went to Corn by myself, like in New Hampshire, alone. I stretched and everything because I knew I was getting myself into. All my friends were like, "Man, we're not coming." Like, suit yourself. But I love it, man. I love all that. Like, I love when that kick that just hits, and I don't know, something about stuff like that, man. And you got to be right for that. You know,
absolutely, dude. Absolutely. I would say for myself when it comes out to going to shows is Sinclair. I have just loved that place. You know,
I've been there once. Yeah. That's another one where it's like House of Blues 0.8, not House of Blues, but it's like a little.
Yep.
But like
a little bit
still
smaller.
comfy, like, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Definitely.
And then like my goal is TD straight up.
Oh, yeah.
I've been to
Of course.
Yeah, like every single time I drive by there, I just like try to picture like the name on that
on the billboard.
Oh, I can get an accent right by the
way. you're like someday. Oh jeez.
I mean, just crashes. Yeah, someday.
Yeah, someday. Whoomp. Someday. You're sitting there, Carl, mangled up, like someday. Sir, your car went to the wall. You okay? Someday. He's just not like coming out of that. Yeah, I get that though, man. You gotta like dream big, definitely. Now, in terms of playing like other places, the East Coast, what do you kind of got in mind? You've thought about like where you want to go to?
I want personally, I want concert festivals, man. Like you don't know who's coming out, and then just boom. Like,
we murdered. I'm sorry.
I love concert festivals, like, because like people just gather there for a good time. You don't necessarily have to have a ticket all the time. Just come hang out, and you never know who you're gonna see. Like, you know, and like the challenge of like gathering the crowd is based off what you're playing. Like, we played shows in which people aren't really paying attention the first song or two, and then by like later on in the set, like notice like they're all just kind of like honed in, and that's like a killer feeling to me. Like that's just like I love that challenge. So, like I want to go to play a concert festival expecting a challenge, but like that's like that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'd hit like New York. Charleston, Richmond.
Oh yeah.
Just go to
Charleston. So he's talking about West Virginia, right?
West Virginia.
I went to school. I went to school in college in West Virginia, and like this is kind of goes along with what I was just saying. Like, this place thing, this venue called Live on the Levee. It's just this like the stage on like this river. And like the stairs going up, and then there's a street, and there's bars, and like every Friday is just live music. Just book live music, probably two acts, but it's always just packed, So that's one day we'll head there.
Nice,
yeah, man.
Nice, man. Someday. Now, how did you guys get started as a band? I'm really curious about that.
Okay. You want me to talk and interrupt me? Or?
Nah, I'll talk. You interrupt me, all right, bro? All right, so I pulled up to this dude's house.
That's what happened. I was in a band in like 8th grade with a couple of my guys, and you're in 8th grade, you fall out, whatever. And this is where I met him. And we connected, got in just a bunch of stuff when we were kids, just whatever. But we really connected with like he was just like, oh, you like like Pharrell? You go, I love Pharrell. Like, oh, like nothing. We just talked about that. You bond over like music tastes and everything, and that's really was it at first. And then like I went through a bunch of other bands. We still stayed close. And one of my favorite bands of all time is the Chili Peppers. And I was like, okay, so his voice isn't all that great, but talking about Anthony Kiedis, and I was like, but he has so much charisma, right? And so like, that's really all you got to have. But no.
Question mark. I feel bad because he was like, "Oh, we're talking about how we met," and he's like, "Yeah, I just heard Red Hot Chili Peppers, and he doesn't sing well." And then I saw Lando and was like, that's not how it went for me.
It's more like,
right? Yeah,
he had like a voice, but like it was just like he has like a stage presence and charisma. So like he can kill this, right? So then he's just like, "Yo, let's be in a band." He's like, okay.
The end.
That's basically true. I literally was like, I always like when you're with friends and they have like hobbies. Obviously, you want to like partake. And like I saw him like he was in a bunch of awesome bands, and I was like, dude, I think I could sing. Like I can hear like the notes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Which is called pitch. But I didn't know that in the 8th grade, so I was like, maybe I can try it. And I'd sing songs. And he actually low-key taught me how to sing because I used to like impersonate singers. Like I'd sing John Legend and I'd be like, whoa, and he'd be like, dude, use your own voice. What are you doing? And I was like, oh, you know what I mean? It's like a Disney movie kind of, you know what I mean? And then I was just like, I was happy to, you know what I mean? Hey, I got a shot to do something and maybe fail at it.
Yeah,
and
it was like
cut to 10, 15 years later.
yeah. It's like you hear it and you're like, oh, he got it. You know what I mean? It's like it's not like you can work with it. It's like, oh, he's old, like he got it already. It's kind of like he's just gonna get better. So it's just like, oh, let's do this thing. Mm-hmm. And yeah, people loved him. Talking about in high school,
Jesus Christ.
In terms of like when we were playing and stuff, it was just like,
you don't listen to him. People love him. Literally, not to go off, but I went to high school for 3 years. He went 1. But he was the star QB, NEC champs 2012. Shout out Lynn English High School. This dude was the mayor, shaking hands, kissing babies. And I'm like, I've been here for 3 years. And I'm just like, hey, I've known everybody, but yeah, this is Jermaine. But we kind of like both have, I mean, if I'm being objective, we both have like, we're both popular, I guess. We're the same.
It's weird to say.
Sorry, but it's like, yeah, it's weird. Or sure, we're both personable.
Okay, that's it.
I get that, man.
Apologize.
I get you, but you're right. Charisma. It's all about that. You can sing amazingly, but if you get up on stage and you're just like, "Hi, I'm here to play some music," it just goes downhill.
Everyone's uncomfortable with you. You know what I mean? That's really it. Like,
yeah, man.
I don't know. My dad's a musician. He would act a fool. And I'm just like, I guess, man. But
you gotta discern the crowd.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like the first time I remember, like my first show ever in 8th grade. You watch your dad, you think it's just how it's gonna be. It was nothing like that, and then you're just nervous and stiff, and you're focused, and it just looks terrible. Then you just gotta, practice. But like, here's the thing about it, man. I practice that all the time. Like. Mm-hmm. Talking about like stage presence and like making it look easy and like not being like whack, It's hard for me to watch people just like
kind of sit there and play and not like,
man, yeah. So I don't want that. I don't want anyone to see that from us.
Mm-hmm.
There's just the two of us up there too. You got to go crazy, like not crazy, but like
yeah, you gotta engage,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, you gotta like be a part of the show and kind of bring them into it. Now, you guys definitely have great charisma. I've seen that in the music video. I hear in the music. Absolutely. Did that
me?
You? Yes. Did that take time to kind of become like part of you? Did that kind of grow as you guys went along, or was it always there?
Funny because we were talking about this the other day. It's like. The nervousness comes from you being both not confident in yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right, and also lack of like preparation. You know what I mean? So like we'll practice and like the easiest shows we ever had. I remember the Middle East show, right? Like be like, oh, we know exactly how that's going to sound. When we get down there, it's going to be big. We're like, okay, we got to get ready for this. We literally practice like every day, right? So by the time like we got to the venue, the show started, it was like butter. You know what I mean? Like you weren't even thinking about anything. You just knew it was going to happen next. You knew how you're going to present it. But like now it's just, I remember like we'd play shows when we were in earlier bands in which we didn't practice much, and then like you can feel it, you can see it. It's like, oh no, these guys are not ready. So it definitely comes,
and you can hear it too.
Yeah, it comes with like just keep doing it, and then once you kind of get a feedback from other people, knowing that you got it, then you're like, okay, I don't have to try and impress anymore. The feeling of trying to impress is like the issue. Like if you're trying to impress, it's just like that's where the awkwardness comes in. But you have that swagger to you, like, I got it, and then like you just know it's different vibe.
What's funny is I as the vocalist, there are times where I randomly get nervous, but I don't, even if we, like that show you mentioned, I was like I didn't even go in. I literally I need fresh air up until 2 minutes before the show. I'm only breathing clean oxygen. And then every time I hit a moment, it's kind of like, okay, either you walk through the fire and get burned or you become the fire. You know what I mean? That everybody uses your energy, you know what I mean, to be there. Like that's what they're there to see. So you can't just be like, hi, my name is Lando. You know you gotta, you know what I mean? And you gotta let it, you gotta let let the fire consume you, you know what I mean? And use it instead of just get burned by it, So
that's true.
There's obviously you'll feel good that you have the preparation and, you practiced and we rehearsed every day. But at the same time, it's like, right now I'm being honest with you. You could hit me in maybe a year or two and I'm all Hollywood. I'll be like, yeah, it's so easy. But it's it can get scary up there. But you know what I mean? It can get real scary.
Exactly. Couple more years, all Hollywood, being in movies with The Rock or something like that,
Yeah, and in terms of the preparation, you when you get up there too, you have to just kind of snaps me out of the nervousness. Is you've done this so many times, not just performing, talking about what you're playing and what you're singing. You've done it probably 4 or 5 times that week leading to the show. So it's just automatic now, And
it's something that we love doing. So it's the love and the energy, just it comes to you. You're not alone on stage, even if you know what I mean. It's just us two. It doesn't feel that way. You know what I mean? It's boom.
Exactly.
Sometimes I look at them while playing, and I'll be like, all right, so I'm not I'm not by myself up here. So it helps. It definitely helps the whole entire energy.
It's not just, you know what I mean? We're not walking the plank by ourselves. It's together.
Yeah. We die. You know what I mean?
Okay. It's a little far, but I get that. I get that. If we die, we die together.
Exactly.
We're just playing a show. That's it. No one's dying.
That's true.
Unless
he's gonna help me. You're gonna make me feel better about this. I appreciate you.
Sounds like a good song for our new metal album.
You're playing a show, not time.
Right? One single EP. Okay, as 2020, year of the Mulligan. We die is the song.
I feel like that's probably been taken already. You might want to check on that. I feel like that's such a metal sounding song name. Someone's got to have taken that already.
Oh yeah, I'm not even 95% sure you're right.
Yeah, fairly good chance. Probably by several bands at this point, and they just don't know it.
So we'll fit right in.
There you go. Right? Yeah.
We'll be everybody has a Bill Withers "Ain't No Sunshine" cover. You know what I mean? Fair Even enough.
us. Okay, man. I gotta ask. Okay, best metal band. What's your favorite?
There's so many categories, though.
Right?
So we just
said metal.
What have you been like? All right, what have you been like listening to lately for metal? How about that?
besides Korn.
Besides Korn, yeah.
Well, what other realms? Okay, there's. So I think of metal, people always. I mean, I'm gonna go with the broad. You know, we're talking like hardcore, we're talking metalcore, we're talking like you can talk screamo if you want to. Been listening, even though Bring Me the Horizon has went from like this to like something totally different. A lot of them. Once in a while, I'll throw in some Attila. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Good choice. Good choice.
The metals I listen to, man. I listen to a class. I mean, I'm a big Avenged Sevenfold fan too. You know, older Atreyu, which I listen to a lot. Man, I can go on.
Yeah. Okay, man. One thing, if you're not already listening to it, definitely check it out. Amon Amarth.
Amon Amarth?
Amon Amarth, Swedish Viking themed metal band.
Why have I see? Okay, I think I'm thinking pirate metal, not the same. Okay, I'm gonna message you. You're gonna send me the exact name.
Yeah, okay. I can do that. They are the most amazing band in the world. I actually saw them live in Philly a couple years ago. I went in there like, okay, man, I'm getting the pit. It's gonna be amazing, insane. I saw their fans. I thought, no, I'm gonna step back. Actually, I'm just gonna hang out here instead because I don't want to die. Because there's some big dudes. Like
who you think they're Vikings too, huh?
They probably do actually. So like I get there, everyone there is just like gigantic. So I'm like, no, I'm gonna hang back, enjoy a beer, and not get killed.
Like, that's definitely Thor.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. Pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah, they're absolutely amazing. They're like one of my favorite metal bands, pretty much.
I'm in. I'm gonna look them up.
This is just like the musical nerd show, basically.
Yeah, it is what it is, man.
It's pretty much.
We've been all like I tell people this all the time. Like half the reason why I got through high school was because I played football. Like otherwise, like
you'd be in lockers? Like what are you talking about? Like this dude is like 6'2" and like what are you talking about?
It's not the same.
People wouldn't like me for my music.
Portrayed differently.
I guess.
Oh my god! All right. So guys, what is plan for once things get back on track? Once we can do shows again, what do you guys have in store? What do you think you want to do first?
Everything in shows, like again, tour. Yeah, it come back to that like it's like marketing and touring, like, and I feel like as much as I think sometimes new acts, indie acts, they might get trapped in trying to make it locally, and it's not like people love local acts, but they'll love you more if you're known other places, you know what I mean? So it's like, So then you kind of have to broaden your horizon. And in this age of the interweb, you know what I mean? It's a tad easier. People think it's like, oh, it's super easy. No, it's a tad easier.
True. Yeah.
There's like gatekeepers, there's money involved. Like, you know what I mean? It's not all like sunshine and rainbows, but like that's basically, just further expansion. You know what I mean?
It's like, I think back in this is what like he kind of taught me. Like it's not the same as it used to be because I was kind of like old school with that at first. Like you play out and play shows and people like watch and they come to see it. It's not like that as much anymore, right? So as much as I love working on my live performances and with him on live stuff and we should do and all that, like that's cool when we do play shows and it shows how like we work on it. But like that's not. It's hard. It's not the same in terms of building a fan base as it used to be. Like the plan of what we want to do is like, we develop a bigger fan base so that when we do play shows, it's just like, you want to come to see us, like you just said, like it's way different.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. Well, Jermaine, Lando, thank you guys for joining me.
Thanks for having us, man.
Of course, man. Of course. And to everyone out there, if you're just tuning in, if you're just watching this like right now, the whole thing's been recorded. It's going to be in podcast format very soon. So actually, someone actually just joined in. Someone just joined in a second ago.
Uh,
You're coming in perfect timing, dude. We're just about to wrap things up.
Nailed it.
Perfect. But before we go, where do folks go to learn more about you and to get your music?
Level3rd.com.
LVL3, the number RD.com. All of our stuff's up there. The music videos is up there. About us.
We have a shop, right? We're coming out with hats soon. We're going to be dropping a single soon as well. Switch it to over there. I got you, man. I think we have like 2 left, but we still got them. So they're technically limited edition now, level 3rd, 3ID.
Nice.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, we appreciate the support. Thanks for having us, of course.
Man. Of course. All right. Guys, we'll talk soon.
Hey, what's up? This your girl Molly McCoy, and you're listening to Citywide Blackout, your home for the best in music, movies, and a whole lot more.
We've been on the phone too much, complaining I leave you alone too much. Keep chopping up my soul too much. Fuck around, make me feel cold too much. Wipe the stains that are chained to us. Tame the flames down, keep the pain to us. It might be insane to us. Being separate might pave the way to us. Never been down this road before, and now all my feelings are forced to go. You left me wanting more. Full moons got me turning slow. All the hills, all the pills, all the mistakes. Corner store, dollar bills for a milkshake. On the run from your laws, no, don't give chase. Take away all the pain that a gilded fist makes. Gotta find my way, I've been gone for a minute. Wishing I could stay, but I have to leave you alone. Every other day has been cool, but not the same for me. But you got me screaming, please don't leave. Can't you see? I needed you for so long.
I've been on the road too much, and I'm sorry that I'm leaving you at home too much. I'm listening, but shorty, you complain too much, and you're coming off a little bit insane to us. Always starting arguments, I know the process, and you fabricate it so I can't win regardless. It's obvious there are too many problems, so tell me, what's the best way we can solve this? Now we've done this little dance before. It's crazy just how well that we know the floor. Temptation has me trying to score. I gave you all I had, but you wanted more. All the hills, all the pills, all the mistakes. Corner store, dollar bills for a milkshake. On the run from your laws, no, don't give chase. Take away all the pain that a gilded fist makes. Please don't leave. Can't you see? I needed you for so long. One more thing before you leave. I think that we should hold on. Conversations kind of dreams don't my place chase my heart, so can't you see? Contemplation from I needed you. My time was quick for so long, but my eyes remain closed. Conversations kind of trapped in memories from before. My mind was chase my heart, so taste, but it's just a bit slow. Contemplations from and I'm buried on the floor. My time was quick, the time is thick, but my eyes remain closed. Oh.